month of November. Similarly, there are routing charts applicable for this area for every month. What all you can find in this chart? The first thing is called the wind roses, ocean currents, ice limits, load line zones, archipelagic sea lanes, most common shipping routes, and tropical storm paths, dew point temperature, mean sea temperature, air pressure, air temperature, and finally fog and low visibility areas. You can see the chart here. This is the North Pacific Ocean region covering from Japan, Russia, Alaska, Canada, US, and Central American countries, going down to northern part of Australia. Okay, you have had a look on the geography of this chart. This dotted pink line, magenta line, is the international date line. Whenever a ship crosses this line, the date has to be advanced or retarded as per the direction. This is the wind rose. The wind rose consists of three numerical values. 1519 is the number of observations made in this area. 0.8% of this observations made as variable winds other than this predicted directions, and 0% is the times percentage it was calm. So this means this is the winds are mostly from this direction, coming from east, northeast, or southeast, and this indicates the wind force applicable which was found in this area, and this can be measured using this diagram. If it is a small line, it is wind force between 1 and 3, and a unshaded rectangle is wind force 4. A shaded rectangle in magenta color is 5 to 6. Then if it stops here, it is wind force 7, and this is for wind force 12. So which means that in this area, this is wind force 1, 4, and this is up to wind force 5 to 6. So most of the period the wind force is 5 to 6 in this area, and sometimes it goes up to 7 in this region. To understand better on the wind roses, we will compare two wind roses. One is this one, and the other one is this one. With the help of a scale, we will measure the length of the legs of the wind rose. This is 2.3 centimeters and 1.7 centimeters. Okay, in this part is 1, 2, 3. This is 4, wind force 4, and this is 5 to 6. Similarly, this is 4, and this is wind 4, 5 to 6, and this one is 7. So this is how we split up the wind roses. Similarly, for this wind rose, the length of this leg is 2.8, and the length of this leg is 2.2, and we have wind force 4, 5, 6, and slightly going to 7. Similar is the case 5 to 6, and then slightly going to 7. Why the length of this leg is different? This leg is different in length, and similarly the length of this leg is different and this leg is different. What does this indicate? We have a scale given here which explains the frequency of wind from any direction is given according to the scale. So if we keep the scale here, this is almost 5 centimeters in length. See now, with the measurements that we took, the percentage for 2.8 it is 56% and 2.2 44%, 1.7 is 33% and 2.3 is 46%. That means the winds from this direction is 56% of the observation, and here it is 44% of the observation that is made. Similarly, 2.3 means 46% of the observation, 1.7 is 33% of the observation, and you have a small one here which you can again measure and calculate. If you look at this leg closely, you can find that wind force is more predominant. Wind force 1 and 3 is lesser, 5 and 6 is almost equal to 1 and 3, and 7 is very light. So which means in this area, on an average, you can expect a wind force of 4. Similar here. If you see this windrows, you can see this wind force 4 is less, and whereas wind force 5 to 6 is more predominant. So in this area, on an average, you will get a wind force of 5 to 6. Similar is the case here. But whereas when you come here, see here also, the wind force 4 is less, force 5 and 6 is more. Same here also. So with the length of the blocks that is given, we can identify that what will be the minimum wind force expected for that region. This is the current, direction of the current, and this is the speed of the current. Almost half a knot of current is present, and this one is more than half knot present in this direction. Here the dark line indicates of high consistency ocean currents, the dotted line is moderate, and further dotted lines is low consistency, and the spotted line is probable direction where the observation is low. As you can see, this is a high consistency ocean current available in this region. This is moderate consistency. This is probable direction of the currents, you can see here. So yeah, this is the low consistency, this is the low consistency, and this is the moderate consistency currents. And next we come to the shipping routes. You see here it's written Hong Kong to Honolulu is 4849 nautical miles, Singapore to Honolulu is 6049 nautical miles, and this is the shipping route. And you will reach Honolulu here. Similarly, you will find shipping routes for San Diego to Hong Kong, Yokohama to Honolulu, Manila, Guam, and on the other side you will find Honolulu, San Francisco, Honolulu, Los Angeles, and there are lot of shipping routes, most predominant shipping routes for this period of the year. The shipping routes changes depends upon the months due to the weather conditions prevailing in this area. During this month of November, the region above this line belongs to winter load line zone. The region below this line belongs to summer load line zone. Similarly, the region above the latitude belongs to summer and below this latitude belongs to tropical. The latitude is 13 degrees north. It's been covered for the entire area of the chart. You can see here. Okay. You can see. Suppose if I plan a route from here towards Honolulu. Okay. Now, what all things we are going to face here? First is, initially we are going to have an opposing current till this region, and after that you might get a favorable current until here, and after that there is not much of current in this region. Whatever you have might get an opposing current here also, but until this position you are going to have winds which are not affecting your passage or your maintenance work on deck. From this position until here you can do your maintenance on your main deck. Once you cross here, you can see the winds are strong enough, causing shipping sprays on deck. So once you cross this area, you can expect shipping sprays on your deck, due to which your maintenance on main deck will be hindered. In this area, you can plan for maintenance on the poop deck or on the accommodation. In this area, you can plan for maintenance on the main deck. So this is how the routing charts help you to plan your maintenance and plan your passage. And in this area, you are going to get again strong opposing currents. In this chart, you can see the selected tropical storm tracks. This red dots and the line indicates the track of the tropical storms during the month of November. You can see there are some storms near the percentage frequency of wind force 7 and greater. This means in these areas where it is written 1 and 5, the frequency
Chinese
of
and
wind force
Japanese
7 is
coast
less,
and some near
and
the
from here
US
the
coast.
frequency of wind force 7 is more during the month of November. As you can see here, the northern Pacific Ocean having more frequency of wind force 7, which means during this winter time the northern Pacific Ocean will be more rough. This part where it is marked in red is the area of fog, and the frequency is 5 and 10%. The green ones are the indicates the low visibility area, which is less than 5 miles. You can see more of a low visibility in this region, but whereas towards the equator the percentage is less, and towards the northern, the colder regions, the low visibility is more. This blue line indicates the ice limit for the month of November in this region. Ice limit means from this line towards the land or from this line towards north, you will have sea ice. Just for a comparison, the ice limits is restricted to the northern Russian and Alaskan region in the month of November, and we will compare it to the month of January. During the month of January, the ice limits has increased. You see here, the ice limits have come down in the Alaskan region, and in the Russian region this side the ice limits have come down. till here, and the Gulf of Tartary also the ice limits has increased. So you can see during winters, the peak winters in January, the sea ice has extended. So you have to be careful when you are navigating in this area.